Hey guys, it's your boy Dante Miller here at San Diego Comic-Con, and we're about to interview the director and cast of Perimeter War, so stay tuned. Get you to introduce yourself for the audience at home, please.
Yes, my name is Trisha Helfer, and I play Sophia Wagner in Primitive War.
Oh, beautiful. So, with you being in other projects as in Lucifer and Battlestar Galactica, which are wildly different from this one, what are the challenges that you came across in a film with dinosaurs and war?
Well, you know, every time you film something, you're immersing yourself into that world. With Lucifer, you know, I played the mother of all creation.
Yes.
Battlestar Galactica, I played a robot. In Van Helsing, I played Dracula. So this was probably my most grounded role in some ways because I'm not actually I'm actually just playing a human being. But you know, you do definitely want to, and my character isn't military, but you do want to bring an authenticity and a respect. Like Luke, the director, says, it is a war film. There just happens to be dinosaurs in it. So we really, as a team, wanted to make sure that there was a respect and an honesty with the film and the filming of it. And also on the panel, Ryan says, you know, this was a war that happened. This isn't a fictionalized war. So we wanted to bring some sort of respect to that as well.
That's beautiful.
While being still a fun dinosaur
action-packed movie.
Yeah,
I love it.
exactly.
I love it. So without spoiling too much about the story, can you tell us about the story and what impact your character have on the story?
The movie starts out with, the Vulture Squad gets sent in to try and locate a group of Green Berets that have gone missing. And so that's the whole point of them being there, is to try and find some of their Green Berets. And then what they encounter is
something greater.
Is something greater than what they're expecting.
Gotcha.
My character, there's a few things I can't really say, some spoilers that I can't really say, but my character has been is a paleontologist and is on an opposing side to the Vulture Squad. But I have been alone, and there's some trauma that has happened in my life. That has led me to being alone there, and I am starving for human contact. I've been surviving in this world with dinosaurs on my own, and having a lot. My entire team is gone.
So you're literally boots to ground with dinosaurs, and you're just
alone, stuck.
Jesus.
And so I'm very trepidatious that this team is there, but at the same time, I'm so thrilled to have them there, and we end up teaming up for the ultimate purpose that I can't give away. But yeah, we end up forming a team, and they allow me into the team.
Okay. So with this being one of your more grounded roles, is there any challenges that you came across or any training that you had to do to prepare for this role?
I was cast so close to the time. Of course, you try and get as much research in as you can. And, I was playing a fictionalized character. And I know the guys all had to do some military training, which I did not, of course, because my character was not military. I had to work on an accent, which was not long enough for what I needed. But I tried my darndest. But yeah, I just really tried to bring truth to this character. Did a little bit of research. Again, I can't really explain what, or I'll give away some of the spoilers of the character. But yeah, just tried to make her real.
I get that. Well, I thank you for your time, and I can't wait to see this movie.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Can I get you to introduce yourself for the audience at home, please?
Yeah. Hey, audience. My name is Ryan Quanten.
All right, Mr. Ryan, can you tell us what role you play in this film?
Yeah, man, I play Sergeant Baker, the leader of this reconnaissance unit that sort of been asked to go in and see why a bunch of Green Berets have not come back.
So with this being a grounded but still kind of sci-fi because of the dinosaurs. What struggles or any training that you had to do to prepare for this role?
Just being in the kind of the mental fortitude of a soldier, and one that has gone through what these guys have gone through, you know, that takes a permanent level of like consciousness of staying with it, of being in the moment. And that was something that was imperative for me and all the boys, as well as Trisha, like the ability to kind of not let any moment slip.
That's nice. So with you going back and trying to find the Green Berets, is there any character struggles that you found bringing that character to life, portraying that energy, bringing that energy of trying to find your lost comrades and bringing them back home? Is there any kind of energy that you felt that was harder to try to portray that?
Not so much that particular mission, because that sort of happens at the beginning of the movie. It's when, you know, the dinosaurs start popping off members of my team one by one. That gets me. You know, these are guys that he's done many tours with and shared many, you know, life-altering moments with, you know, and like I kind of said on stage, like, did they understand a part of him that even his family, if he had one, wouldn't understand? You know, so there's a level of brotherhood and connection that, you know, really you have to be in the military to kind of understand, and so we've got to try and capture that.
I get that.
And yeah, so when your boys are dying in front of you, you're not
hard.
too happy about it. Yeah, and that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate gut hit. Yeah.
So, my last question for you: is there any message that you would like for the viewers at home to take away, besides enjoying that good action-packed film? Is there a message you would like them to take away from this film?
Look, I think a deeper message is we're not all that as humans, as a species. Like, it's been done before, and a hell of a lot better than we're kind of doing it right now. So maybe it's a bit of a wake-up call, but at the same time, go and enjoy the next 2 hours and 10 minutes, and you know, and use it as impetus to kind of try and live a better life yourself.
That's beautiful. Well, I thank you for your time, and I can't wait to see the film. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
So, for the audience at home, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm director Luke Spark, the director, writer, and a million other things on Primitive War.
So, what inspired you after reading the script to take on and direct this film?
Yeah, well, when I read the book and the comic, it just spoke to me. I love dinosaurs, but I also have a really greatness for the military servicemen and the history. I've always wanted to do a military film, and I just knew I had the capacity to do this right. So yeah, I got to work writing the script and pitched it out and pitched the hell out of it until I decided to do it myself.
That's beautiful. So, is there any struggles that you came across while keeping the story itself grounded, but also with it being larger than life with the dinosaurs in it? How did you balance both?
Yeah, I sort of had to compartmentalize the sort of aspects of filming. So I thought we'll worry about the dinosaurs, the big ones, later. Obviously, we can't build a T-Rex. I would love to, but I don't have Stan Winston or the budget for that. So I was like, let's focus on grounding the soldiers, grounding the story. That part we can do. So, we had challenges every day on an independent film. Rain and weather and scheduling and sicknesses and everything else. So that was a challenge. And then the last year and a half, I've just been working on building the big dinosaurs and bringing a team together to do that.
Okay. So for any small-time directors that's looking to build their own project, do you have any advice for them?
There's lots of advice out there from better directors than me, bigger directors than me, Quentin Tarantino, that I still follow. Right? I'm still always learning. I watch masterclasses. I watch, because I'm a fanboy myself. I used to come to these conventions, and now I'm making a movie, so it's kind of crazy. But yeah, just always just keep going. Have lots of projects on the go. Because I had this one, I wanted this one, but had to have 2 others before I made this one. And just greenlight yourself if you can, or find people to help you greenlight yourself.
That's beautiful. Well, I thank you for your time, and I can't wait to see the film.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Jeremy Piven, and my film, what is the name of my film? Primitive War.
Primitive War.
We're here at Comic-Con.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about your character and what role he has in this film?
Colonel Jericho. It's an old school dude. He's seen it all, but he hasn't seen this. And, he's lost all of his Green Berets. he can't figure out what, these military men, they've seen everything, but he doesn't know why all his guys are disappearing. So he grabs Baker and our team here, and he sends them out into the jungle, a thankless mission. And it's just a great story. I love, like, the against all odds story. But the reality is he starts to see, as they're out there fighting, that he finds his dinosaur tooth, and he realizes he's up against something that he's never seen in his life.
A bigger issue. I get that. So, was there any struggles, or did you have to go through any training to prepare for being a colonel?
I mean, I was in Black Hawk Down. I've been lucky enough to train, with some of these. I trained as a helicopter pilot, military helicopter pilot.
Damn.
And which doesn't mean anything really. I mean, I can't even operate a lawnmower. Let's be honest. I can barely drive. Let's break it down. But I respect the military so much, and thank God I've been training my whole life. You gotta, be ready and stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. And at one point, I had all the heavy gear on, and I turned and jumped onto the helicopter, and it takes off, and it was really challenging. And you wonder, like, sometimes when you're training, you're like, I do bear crawls when I train. I'm like, why am I training like this? And then all of a sudden, you're at work, and you're like, I've been training for this my whole life. Wow, who knew? Who knew?
Well, my final question for you is, what is the bigger message, besides enjoying an action-packed film with dinosaurs in it, what is the message you want the audience at home to take away from this film?
Well, I'm going to go behind the scenes for a second and just say that I think you should support this film because it's really good, and it's going to, it's escapism, pure escapism, take you away from all your problems. But also Luke, who wrote and directed it, is a real force that, it's a metaphor for our lives when people, they don't step up and help you, and they don't support you. You got to do it yourself. And he did it himself and found the money and made this film, which looks like a big studio film, made it independently.
That's beautiful.
In his backyard in Australia.
That's
and here we
work.
are in Comic-Con. And so, if you really stay after it and you don't give up, it's hard to beat a guy that doesn't give up. Take it from me.
You got to take a lot of losses to get to where you want to be, right?
Yes, sir.
Well,
yes, sir.
I want to thank you for your time, and I can't wait to see this film.
Thank you, buddy. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Can I get you to introduce yourself for the audience at home, please?
My name is Nick Wexler. I play Eli in Primitive War.
All right. So can you tell us, without giving too much about the story away, can you tell us about Eli and what role he has in the story?
Eli is like the grenadier for the group. So I've got like a big, loud, crunchy weapon that fires grenades, and I feel like that fits his personality pretty well. He's kind of an asshole, but he's just always saying smart ass shit. But he's but he's also just loyal to his team.
So, while filming this role, I know you're in this film, you're part of the military. Was there any kind of training you had to go through, or was there any kind of challenges you had while trying to portray a man in the military?
Yeah. So we only had like 2 days training. But we had an on-set military advisor. His name's Freddie Joe Farnsworth. He's phenomenal, and he kept us in line. So we only had 2 days of like initial training, but then we shot for a month and a half, and he was always being like, no, you got to remember, like, hold your weapon this way and whatever. So he was always sort of like, so by the end it felt like
brain. Got you.
And I still remember a bunch of this shit. But one of the biggest challenges for me was learning how to load the weapon. Like, we're supposed to, soldiers would be good at dropping a dead cartridge and popping in a new one quickly.
Yes.
I was terrible at this. Terrible. And like one of the actors, Carlos, was always practicing it, or no, and so was I think Albert. but yeah, like, but in the end, I was like, oh, I should have been doing that because they can't use any of the takes of me switching out the cartridges. So yeah, that was a big. I sliced my hand open on it one time. Yeah, it's just dumb. But yeah, we finally got it. But at the very end, I don't know if it even is in the show. But yeah.
So my final question for you, with this being a high-octane, action-packed film, but it's still grounded,
Yeah.
but still got a sense of sci-fi due to the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
What is the main message besides escapism and enjoying the film? What is the message you want the audience at home to take away from this film?
I mean, I don't know how much of this is intended, but something I took away. I remember when I read the script, I thought that it's almost like the dinosaur thing and how they came to be in this world. When you see the movie, you'll see is like almost like a metaphor for the atomic bomb, and so it's like, yeah, nobody should have
That
this
much
thing.
power.
Yeah. So I feel like that's the
That's an interesting way to look at that. Well, when I watch this film, I'm going to definitely try to look at it from that perspective. All right, guys, we just got done talking to the director and cast and crew of Perimeter War. Make sure y'all get your tickets and check out that film. But I'm Dante Miller. That's my entertainment. What's yours?